Hey everybody, Bart here. This is our second video for the kettlebells. This will be intermediate exercises. So this will cover things we didn't cover in beginning kettlebell exercises. So if you haven't seen the beginning kettlebell exercise, make sure you check out that one first so you know all the exercises we started with. Now as we move on, the first exercise I'd like to highlight is called the halo. Now you gotta be careful of your head and you have to have a very firm grip. Now I'm working this exercise like a sledgehammer. I'm working from waistband over the top of the head, halo, and I'm coming around. I'm moving my waist and my trunk with my arms, so this is a core exercise and this is an upper body exercise. Now let's get a few the other direction. So my knees are bent. They're not coming along for the ride. This is just upper body, waist, trunk. And this is the low. Now the next exercise is a compound movement. It's called a brace squat. So you've seen the goblet squat, you've seen the low weighted squat, you've seen squat variations. So this exercise is a squat and bicep curl. So I'll squat, I'll drop the weight, I'll bring the weight up, I'll stand up, I'll squat, I'll drop the weight, I'll bring the weight up. One more time, I'm bracing, curling, squatting. So that's our brace squat. That's a compound movement. It's a great way to do a lot of work without doing a lot of sets. You get a lot more each repetition, more bang for your buck than if you were to separate those exercises. It's good for your brain. It's also good for your central nervous system. All right, next exercise will be our tactical lunge. So our tactical lunge, we find a static lunge position. Now my feet don't move anymore. I drop my back knee into a lunge. I inhale low, exhale up, inhale low, and up. This is a very hardcore exercise, so starting with 25 pounds might not be the move. And so with this one, just to highlight unweighted on the other side, my chest is over my thighs. It's like I'm about to take off and do a sprint. Instead, I drop the back knee. The front knee stays over the front ankle and behind the toes. The chest drops over the thighs. Eyes forward. I straighten the back leg. Inhale down. Exhale up. Very good. Now that's a great way to combine exercises too. It's not really a compound movement, but it is a very difficult movement. It requires balance, focus, so eye focus to keep yourself balanced. Lastly, we're going to talk about single arm row, so from a lunge position. Now you might not want to do this back to back with lunges. This could be a different day. I'll find that same static position and I'll work on pulling up into a row. I have 3 different ways to pull: overhand, side hand, and underhand. So it's even harder than just the start position for that tactical lunge, because right here, I'm lunging into that leg the whole time. So it's a compound movement. I'm rowing and I'm lunging. My lower body is static. My upper body is dynamic. So in this video, we've covered the halo, which was that great upper body, trunk, core exercise. We've covered that brace squat, where we worked through a compound movement. We worked into that tactical lunge, which wasn't a compound movement, but if you add enough weight, it's a full workout. And then we checked out our lunge position, bent over row, single arm. One of my favorite exercises, and it's a great way for you to work on keeping your core tight, working your legs, upper body, and respiratory system. Now that's pretty good for intermediate kettlebell exercises. I might do 1 or 2 other videos on just intermediate exercises. And then we're going to move into the advanced. So coming up in the advanced, we'll talk about positions up high, possibly presses, and best practices to do so. All right, thanks for tuning in. Check out the next video on advanced kettlebell exercises.